Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tomb, and today I think doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna get personal with y'all, even more personal than my last few commentaries. So what I want to talk about is fear. Now, what I mean by fear is, what are you most afraid of? Now, me personally, growing up as a kid, I used to be afraid of a lot of things. But right now, at the moment, the thing that's scaring me the most is growing up. I'm 17 years old, I'm a junior in high school, and I'm going to be graduating next year. And I was sitting at a friend of mine's graduation yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, my God, I'm going to be up there throwing the hat next year. And as I was sitting there thinking about it, I had to wrap my brain around the concept of leaving my parents and going away on my own. I've always been with my parents, and it's just a really daunting thought, the fact that you'll no longer live with them. And it's kind of scary. Now, don't get me wrong. My parents get on my nerves a lot. I probably get on their nerves a lot. It goes both ways. But the thought of leaving the people that have raised you for most of your life is really weird. I mean, like, getting kicked out of the nest and leaving the nest are two different things. I'm not getting kicked out. My parents love me. But it seems as though that growing up is scared. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to grow up because I'm scared of what the future is going to be. I don't know what my future holds. I know what I want to do with my life, but I don't know how far that's going to take me or whether that's going to change somewhere down the road. I'm still trying to figure out, what I'm here for. What am I on the earth for? What is my purpose? And I've been trying to figure out what that is. And I think that doing what I do with YouTube is something that is one of the many gifts, talents, and abilities that I have. I have a relatively large audience compared to what I had a year ago, and I'm sharing my personal experiences with people, and I'm hoping that it's helping somebody, and I'm passing along some insight maybe, and so that somebody else may be in a situation where my insight can help them. And that's really what I like doing this about. It's graduated from gameplay a little bit, and it's moved on to take a personal front. So moving on from that quick little side trail, I want to talk about the rest of these little fears and insecurities I have, and one of the other ones is dying. Now, what I mean by that is I don't fear death. Like, I don't fear the state of death itself. I don't fear dead bodies, but I fear the act of dying. Like, I am scared of my heart stopping. I'm not suicidal and I'm not paranoid, but there is something about just no longer being on the earth that just irks me. I mean, I was recently at Six Flags, and I had this dream the night before that I was on Goliath, and as soon as we got up to the top and I look over at Atlanta, the top of the coaster just falls, and then my seat comes open and everybody else's seat stays locked and they're safe, and mine is the only one that breaks. And as soon as my seat pops open, I start praying, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm finna die. And I start looking at my friends, and I was like, I love y'all. But then they just start waving at me, and they're like, bye, Saze, we'll see you next time. And then the roller coaster plummets, and I start screaming. And as soon as I start screaming, I fall out of my seat, and I hit the tracks. And then Goliath runs over me and cuts me in half. And I wake up, and I'm sweating, and I'm like, oh my God, I just had a dream about when I almost died. At one point, I think everybody fears death. Around this time last year, my grandmother passed. She died of lung cancer. She was a long-term smoker. She smoked for about 20 years, and then she quit. And, 20 years down the road, she finds out that she has lung cancer, and she starts going through chemotherapy and everything. And the closing months of her life, she was in such denial, she couldn't believe that she was dying. And so she's in this state of where, oh, I'm not gonna die. And then I wasn't there when it happened, but when she did pass, she finally realized that, I'm not gonna be here. I'm about to take my last breath. And I think that that's what scares people the most. I think that is really what people are afraid of. And I think that's what most people try to escape. Like, you guys have probably seen the trailer for the movie Final Destination and escaping death and how scared these people are. I think that's how we all are. That's how I am, personally, tell you the truth. Switching from the little death thing, I want to talk about how you can be afraid of people, or you're afraid of what people will think about you. I've gotten to a state where if somebody doesn't like the way I look, they don't like the way I talk, they don't like the way I dress, they don't like my swag, it doesn't really matter to me, because not everybody's gonna like you. I've grown up as a strange kid, with a strange name, and those two things will make you hard as balls. I'm serious, man. I mean, with my name, there aren't too many people that have my name. You could probably Google it. And growing up as a kid, people would always mess with me about it, and it would always, you know, put me in this position where, oh, I'm scared to go to this school, or I'm scared to talk to this person, or I'm scared to talk to this girl, because I'm scared of what that they'll think about me. And you know, there should come a point in your life where you have to grow up and you think, oh, it's time for me to grow up. It shouldn't matter what people think about me. It should matter what I think about myself. If you think good about yourself, somebody else will think good about you. And I guess that's how college is supposed to go. I've talked to my cousins about that, and they say that's where they find themselves most of the time, and they lose that fear of rejection and things like that. But you're always gonna have that somewhere down the road in your life. I remember my first day of kindergarten. I remember stepping off the school bus and I was thinking, oh my God, who are all these people? Where am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to talk to? And my two best friends at the time, Wesley and Jake, I remember these jokers like it was yesterday. They came up to me and we just started talking and we hung out, and we've been friends for the last 12 years. You know how that is a long freaking time. 12 years? And these guys have been through every bully, every little crush, everything. And I think that that's what really friends are for. They're supposed to help you through things. And this is basically what my life experiences have been. I have grown up with a fear of everything. I actually, at one time, I was actually afraid of cooties. Like, I was actually afraid to talk to girls, which is really weird, because now I can actually walk up and talk to anybody, because I grew out of that, oh, I'm scared, mommy, I don't know what they're gonna say about me. You know, there's just something when you grow up that clicks in your brain that says it's time for me to take a different step, move in another direction, and change up the way of, you know, my game plan, change the way my life is supposed to be. And that's how I've become the person that I am. That's how I've shaped my personality. That's how I've created this character that you guys know that's called Tomb. I mean, I'm expressing myself over a microphone so thousands of people can hear this, because I think that my message can help somebody else. And at first, when I did this, I was scared, because I remember my first commentary. Don't go looking for it. It's not on my channel anymore. I've deleted all of my old videos because they were garbage. I am so much better than that now. Don't bother looking for them. But I'm going to tell you guys, when I first started out, I was so scared, because I didn't know that these people would criticize. They would criticize you on the way you talked, on the way you sound, on your gameplay. There were so many things that I was afraid of that were garbage, and at the time they were. But now I've graduated to the point where I can talk about something besides the gameplay. The gameplay can be great, the gameplay can be amazing, and it could be just okay. But really what matters is the message that you're trying to get across over the gameplay. And that's really what I'm trying to portray. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this commentary. Let me know if you like it. Guys, leave a comment below or send me an inbox about what your fear is, or what were you afraid of as a kid, or how fear has kind of shaped you into the person that you are, because everybody has a fear. It's just how you get over it is what really matters. So I hope you guys like this commentary. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. That's freaking ridiculous. I was at 1,000 some subs. I think, yeah, let's see. I have it sitting right here. I was at 1,419 subscribers at 9 p.m. on May 7, 2011. Today is May 15th, and I am almost at 2,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody from COD Ops who has been coming and subscribing. I really appreciate it, guys. It really means a lot that somebody takes into consideration the time and effort that I put into my videos. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys can appreciate it and relate to it. If you do, come on over to my channel. I appreciate it. And that's it, guys. I'm Tomb. I'm gone. Deuces.